Hello everyone, Daniel Etheridge here, and I'm making this video because I want to share with y'all something that was a great inspiration to me. Now, a lot of you might not know me, some of you do, but if you do know me, you probably noticed that I've lost 30 pounds probably since the beginning of the year. And the way that I did that was, well, I'll get in that in a minute, but the reason I'm making this right now, walking down this street, what I'm walking down Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee, and this was one of the streets that we had to run down for the Music City Marathon and Half Marathon, which was held last week. And when I got done running the half marathon, I noticed when I was coming back, I couldn't get back to my home because it was some of the streets were blocked off because people were still running the Country Music Marathon and they were still running the half, and a lot of at that point in time were walkers, but there were still people lining the streets cheering those people on, which was a great encouragement. Now, the reason that I'm making this video is because I was greatly encouraged by the fact that there was people out here that were still pushing through, still out here walking, and still trying to get to that finish line, knowing that they still probably had 5 miles to go at this point in time in the race. If you don't know a whole lot about me, I decided that I wanted to run the Country Music Marathon probably back in December or January. And I guess the main reason I followed pretty much through with it was the fact that I told everybody that I was going to do it, so I had to finish up with it. Then it got to the point where I liked running, I enjoyed running, and I really lost a lot of weight and didn't realize the fact of how out of shape I was. I kind of want to make this video because I want to be an encouragement, and a lot of times if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I have a lot of videos on there. Every once in a while I'll put a new one on there about mindset, about getting your mind right, about doing things. And I want to encourage you, and this video is what I want to encourage, because if I can just encourage just one person, then this video was worth my time putting it together. I want to encourage you to get your mindset. I want to encourage you to get out there and just run or do whatever you want to do, because I started to realize once I started running, it wasn't fun at all. It was not fun, and it hurt, and it sucked, and it was miserable, and I had to force myself to get up out of bed or up out of my house and run. But you know what? It got to the point now where I started to realize that running and getting out there and doing it is an addiction in itself. Not only did my weight come off and I was able to eat more things than I wanted to eat because I was burning all those calories off every day. I was metabolizing everything. But you got to become in contact. Runners and walkers, they're like their own little clique. They have their own little mindset, and I never realized that they were this part of society. You know, and then plus the benefit of that, I lost 30 pounds, and I feel a lot better about myself. I have more energy. My hip used to hurt me all the time, just on a daily basis. My hips don't hurt anymore. Now, my hips hurt a lot when I got through running that half marathon, but the feeling and the accomplishment when you're running that half marathon or you're running that race, which was my first one, and I finished, and I did it in 2:20, and I had to stop around mile 10 because I literally thought I was going to die, but I picked it back up and I finished. But anyways, I wanted this to be a little bit of encouragement. I know a lot of people out there are struggling with weight, and that's just the way that I did it. I just tried to set my mind right. I focused myself on the goal. Set something. If there's a marathon, a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, anything in your area of town or your part of the country, I encourage you to say, okay, I'm going to run that. I'm going to do that, and put your mind to that, and you have to do it. And tell everybody that you're going to, because then you have no reason to not do it. And then and if you don't do it, you got to put up with the embarrassing fact that you didn't do it and you told everybody you was going to. So that was my striving goal, was to make sure that I did it, so people didn't say, hey, what happened? And then I had to come back and say, oh, well, I didn't run it. Well, you know what? I did run it, and you know what? I'm going to run more, because I've looked up a couple of websites that a couple other people that run, Runner's World, and also here in town, Nashville Strata. They show all the local races, and there's a lot of great information on there about training, about things to do. Especially on runnersworld.com. Go on there and it'll tell, if you say, you know, this is what I think that I can do, this is I'm going to do it this far out, this many months out, it'll show you like a training schedule. It'll give you a training schedule, which is great benefit. So I encourage you to set your mind to something that you want to do. I don't care what it is in life. I don't care if it's relationships, I don't care if it's business, I don't care if it's physical fitness, whatever. You got to get your mind right first, and anything, and I mean anything you put your mind to, you can do. So I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I got a couple other videos on there. Most of them are business related, but you know what? Check them out if you want to. Send me an email. I'm gonna put my email in the back of here, and I'll tell you exactly how I lost my weight, the things that I did, and the mindset that I tried to come through, and the emotions that I had to try to overcome to get to where I was. So, if I can do it, I know that anybody else can do it. I hope you have a great day, and I greatly want to encourage you to get out there and be active and get fit. All right. Have a great week. Bye.